and Chefettes.
What's up, YouTube? We are back! Back with another video, baby.
Oh, yeah. Giving you some great info today.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen,
Chef and Chefettes.
we are in Jamaica.
Wagwan.
Wagwan, popcorn. Hey.
You're like, wait a second. Where's the food? That's what they say.
Don't worry about that. So, I'm gonna show y'all a little sign of where we're at and clips of Jamaica. But anyways, let's jump right into this video. So today's video, like we said, is just information. Flying during a pandemic. What to expect. What do you have to do?
What not to expect.
Or what not to... Wait, what not to?
Listen. Don't expect it to be smooth sailing.
That is true.
I'm just saying.
That is true.
I'm just saying.
So we're going to jump right in and tell you from step to step what it is you need to do to fly right now during a pandemic. So first you're going to need to book... No, first you need a passport.
Okay.
You need a passport if you plan to leave the country. You need a passport, so make sure that's the first thing you have.
Yeah.
Next, you got to book your trip. We booked our trip. Well, actually, no. This is our second, because our first trip was canceled because of the pandemic.
That is so true.
That's another reason we're not flying with JetBlue, because they didn't want to refund our money when our trip was canceled. You know, everything got shut down. Resorts closed here in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So JetBlue said, no, we're going to give you a voucher, and you got a year to use it.
Right. How you do that? You give us a voucher credit with an expiration date? Like, you need, whether there's COVID or not, you're going to have to use this next time by this date. What?
Yeah, so
crazy. We
had this trip planned since last year, but we finally got to do it now.
Yeah.
So once you decide where you're going to go, I think we got ours through JetBlue vacation packages.
Yeah. And
we kept looking every day. We checking for the rates, because the rates were changing. It was up and down. I think we booked ours like a Tuesday morning. And not only that, JetBlue gave us a coupon. They had a promo code, like a Labor Day, end of Labor Day, something like that special, where you put the coupon code in, you save $400 automatically. So,
which wasn't too bad. I mean, I guess that was their little, hey, let's give you a little something because you must use this by this date.
Yeah.
It's a catch.
That's right. I think ours was close to expiration, our voucher.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we were able to book it by a certain time and fly after that expiration date, but we had to book by the expiration date. What do you remember what date that was?
No,
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I know we had to use it. Like, it was getting really close.
Yeah, it was like probably exactly a year.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, and it was just like no extra day, no nothing. You have to book, figure out where you're going by this date.
Yeah, it definitely was a year, because I remember last time we booked it was the end of August, April, and here we are again.
And here we are, yep.
So before we travel to Jamaica, 7 days before, you have to fill out travel authorization. I think you go to visitjamaica.com and you're gonna fill out a travel authorization. That's 7 days before you fly. Everything has a timeline, a deadline, and there's days and minutes, seconds, hours that you have to follow to fly during a pandemic.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
On that website, you basically consent to traveling during this pandemic. You're responsible for yourself. They're not liable for nothing. You get sick,
that's on you. You paying for the bill.
Yeah.
You have to pay to stay out here. Everything.
They ask you a couple questions, make sure you weren't exposed, basic questions during COVID. You're not exposed to anyone who had it. Did you have any symptoms?
Are you flying with anybody?
Yada, yada, yada. I think that was it.
I was surprised they didn't ask us what color our polish was on our toes. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
So once you filled out that travel authorization, they took you to another page. So it was 2 pages you had to fill out 7 days before. The second page was a customs and immigration forms. That was one time you're gonna have to fill it out, because you do fill it out again when you get to Jamaica. You gotta fill out another customs and immigration form.
And walk with it the whole way from the airport. Then you can't get out from the airport. You have to walk with that form with you.
Yeah, you do. So that was 7 days. 3 days before you fly. See, we went from 7 days. You had a 7-day deadline. Now you got a 3-day deadline. 3 days before you fly. What you got to do?
I go get tested for COVID.
You got to do a COVID test.
Yep. It cannot be 2 days. So wherever you go, you need to make sure that you're going to get the results in time.
Yeah. No earlier than 3 days.
Right.
You cannot do it earlier. You can do 2 or 1.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get your results, but you cannot get tested no more than 3 days before your date travel. Just a heads up.
Yep.
We're in a pandemic still, so the labs are behind.
For sure.
Every single lab we tried, there was a delay for PCR testing. It went from 3 to 5 days results to 7 to 10 days results.
Right.
So that was a doozy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Luckily,
That was
Jamaica.
tough.
Yeah, it was. Luckily, Jamaica takes antigen tests. So, yeah, it's 2 different types of tests. You can Google it. What's each test? Jamaica takes antigen tests, which was the rapid testing. Shout out to our cousin Onisha. She hooked us up. We got. We went to City MD. We took the rapid antigen testing. We got our results in like 30 minutes.
Yep.
30 minutes. They emailed to us and they gave you a hard copy. So that was easy.
That was really good. Really, really good.
It was.
Seemed easy, but if you don't got a cousin to hook you up, you guys better do some research.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, a lot of labs was telling us there was a delay in getting COVID PCR testing. So good luck with that.
Yeah. Next, what did we have to do?
Day up, right?
Go to the airport. How many hours before? Like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we went to the airport 2.5 hours, but no lie, the airport was pretty smooth.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, we traveled before, and there was, flight attendants and
Check-in desk
and people to help you ask questions. We walked in, and all we saw was like.
kiosks.
Right, kiosks. Like
Check yourself.
do this yourself. Check in yourself or check it through your phone. There's no people. I guess because of COVID, they don't want contact. I guess this is the safe way. But everybody's walking around like this, like
And just a whole bunch
like
of kiosks.
just looking around, like what do I do? Like where do I go? It wasn't a lot of people to direct us.
I like the kiosks though.
Yeah, I mean it was really smooth, but it's completely different from 2 years ago.
I haven't flown.
Yeah, we haven't.
No,
Yeah.
more like 4 years since we flew.
Probably, yeah, but it's completely different. It was simple, was easy.
Yeah, it was. You check yourself in, then you go to TSA.
You go to TSA and then you stretch.
Take your socks off, take your shoes off, take your belt off, empty your pockets.
Yep.
Take your jockey
Stand with your
shorts.
hands up like this.
Take your jockey shorts off. Cough. Squat.
Really?
Hands on the wall.
Yeah, it was. They really checked you.
Word of advice: do not take no aerosol can.
First of all, I was going to let them know.
I didn't say nothing.
You just told.
I'm just giving them a tip. Don't take
Listen,
aerosol cans.
all right. So this is what happened. I wanted to take Lysol and I want to disinfect in Jamaica because I don't know who was sitting on what, touching what, you know what I mean? So I was just like, I'm going to throw this in there, right? So I threw my disinfectant spray in there. And so everybody, got their bag and they looking at me like, what's
Beep,
up?
beep, beep, beep. Sirens start going off. They take somebody's bag. Chef Sam. They take Chef Sam's bag. She got to go to the back. She's trying to smuggle 10 pounds of, you know what?
Aerosol?
Yeah, aerosol. Right? That's what you want to call it.
Yeah, so I
Clean
had
out the dam.
I had to seriously wait for my bag. Before they even touched my bag, they looked at me, they were just like, what do you have in there? And I was just like,
White.
spray. Is that it?
She had a couple keys.
Yes, just a spray. So it was such a long wait. Thank God.
You gotta wait for a rep to get available to search your bag.
Right. And then they have to take your bag to another table, open it up, search through it. I was just like, excuse me, can I help you search through my bag so you don't mess it up? And they looked at me like, ma'am, back up. Like, back up. We know what we're doing. So they took my spray. And I was pretty sad because everybody else there had like liquids and Hennessy, and they were, checking it in.
And ain't nobody had no aerosol.
And I was just like, why do I get to take their stuff and I can't take my Lysol? But, it's an explosive. Like, you go in the airport, it could explode. Duh, Chef Sam, come on.
Yeah.
I was just trying to, not catch COVID. You know what I mean?
When she told me she had that in there, I said, yeah, you getting arrested. Like, you really have an aerosol can in your bag? I'm like, that can explode. Yeah. So after the 30-minute wait for Chef Sam,
sorry about that,
at TSA,
don't do like me.
Then you head to the gate. At the gate to go to Jamaica, the attendants are going to check these same documents. If you don't have it, they don't let you board the plane. She checks your passport first, then she checks for your COVID test. She checks to see you filled out the Jamaica travel authorization, and they sign it. Well, for us, they sign these documents. So when you get to the gate now, the next travel attendant wants to see that it's signed. If not, you got to go back and have her check these documents before you can even board the plane. So that's pretty good, making sure everybody's following the policy. So that was
good. Yeah, that was for sure good. Just listen. Just walk with your passport out. Hold it in your hand.
We old-fashioned. We printed everything out. We had everything on our phone, but we had hard copies just in case, because
your phone could die. Your phone could freeze.
You know what I mean? The attendant may not have time for you to pull up an app and look for this.
You may not have no signal. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to be safe than sorry. Always have something back up in hand. I mean, you could say we old and old fashioned. That's cool, but we were prepared. Hey.
Make sure when you're on the plane, you wear a mask. Because they loading up these planes left and right. There was no empty seats on our flight.
Unless you're paying extra for leg room.
It was still even empty. The leg room, the 3 people in front of us were in the leg room, and that was full. Every seat on these planes now are full. Mm-hmm. They're flying at 100%, so make sure you have a mask, a shield, eat at your own risk. Take your mask off at your own risk, because we're still in a pandemic.
And bring your own pen to sign another authorization form.
Homie next to us was like, hey, brethren, I could borrow your pen?
We were like,
keep it. Luckily, I had 2. Just keep it.
For real.
Keep it. We don't want the pen. Anyway, so when you land in Jamaica now, what's the first thing we got to do? Immigration. You got the same forms that you fill out online 7 days before, you have to fill it out again. We're looking at it like, they asked us all these questions. So be prepared to write. Or if you don't want to write, they have kiosks.
I was just going to say, you have another kiosk. You have to go to the kiosk. You have to fill it in. You have to scan. Wait a second. You're going to get I'm telling you, keep your passport out. You have to scan your passport again.
Yes,
And they have to print out a picture of you with like all your flight information, your immigration, everything. You have to walk with that and your passport and all your other documents. Then guess what? Wait in line. And then you're going to check your passport again.
But you have the option. Like I said, you can go that way to the kiosk, which is a quick way. Or you can actually go to the immigration officer and fill out the paperwork. So that was good. I guess they know some people are still old-fashioned, not hip to the computer. So you got a choice in Jamaica. Compared to U.S., there was no choice.
No choice.
You got to use the kiosk to check yourself in.
For sure. Yeah.
So after immigration, we went through immigration, then
we got scanned. Our luggage got scanned again.
Oh yeah, now you gotta go to customs.
Yeah.
Yes, after immigration now you gotta walk. It was a long walk.
It was really long. And listen, if you're going with family, make sure y'all tight together like this because they like, come on, let's go, no stopping, move along, let's go. They want everything clear.
Yeah,
so,
it was about a 10 to 15 minute walk in the airport at Jamaica.
Right.
So then when we got to customs, we did immigration, now you're on customs. Customs was quick. That was really, they scanned your bags and then that's it.
But to get there was a little walk.
It was a walk, but she didn't even stamp our passport. She didn't even look at our passport.
I really wanted a stamp though. Sorry.
Don't worry, I'm gonna buy a stamp. I stamp your bag.
Honey.
So yeah, when we got to customs in Jamaica, they didn't open our bag or nothing. They put it on the conveyor belt, they scanned it, and you just took your bag up and walked. and you're outside. Welcome to Jamaica.
Welcome to Jamrock.
Welcome to Jamrock.
For real, yeah.
Luckily, we had a tour arranged, so we got picked up from the airport, and now we're here.
Which was actually what was nice was after we scanned our bags and we went through the doors, there were people actually there to greet us, like, "Oh, where are you going? Where are you coming from? What airport? Like, go this way, go that way." You know, and I mean, it was really smooth.
That's
like,
if you sign up for one of these tours. We signed up.
Yeah.
It was a little extra.
But they still greeted us, which was nice. You go to New York and they were just like, nobody.
When you go to New York, it's like this: taxi.
Right.
You get out the airport, you hail your cab. But we're on vacation, so yeah, we had arrangements made.
Yeah.
And there are people, there's tours, plenty of tours out there holding your name up, asking what tours you're with.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have probably paid higher a cab, but we're not from Jamaica, so we might have ended up somewhere we're not supposed to be. And now we're here, and that's it.
And that's it, guys.
We're enjoying Jamaica.
Yeah. I mean, if you do your research, wherever you're going, just do your research. You probably, if it's out of country, you're probably going to have to follow the same rules and regulations, go through customs, fill out your travel authorization, do your COVID test, because guess what, guys? COVID has not left. We are still in this pandemic. There's still shutdowns. There's still lockdowns. You know, people are still quarantined. You have to be safe. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. Make sure y'all drop questions. If y'all have any questions, or y'all experienced this, or just anything, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all locked in, because we're going to tell you what resort we're at in our next video. So to find out, make sure y'all subscribe.
Guys, if you went to Jamaica, I want to say, guys, if you went to Jamaica and you had a different experience or you had to do anything additional, comment that below as well. We would like to know.
All right. And that's it. And we are out.
Back home, huh?